I'm Chris Glover. I'm a trustee with the Toronto District School Board, and in March of 2012 the board took a first step towards a participatory budget process that engaged the community more in the budget decisions at the board. We invited students, parents, community members, resident ratepayer associations and business improvement associations to a series of meetings in which they learned more about the board's budget and provided insight and guidance to the trustees. And then later in March, I attended a participatory budget conference held in New York City to find out more about what cities, universities, and schools around the world are doing with participatory budgeting projects. So always on the cutting edge with new ideas, four city councilors in New York undertook a participatory budget project that engaged their communities in the decisions for 2012. Participatory budgeting is a form of direct democracy that directly involves citizens in the decisions that affect their lives. The four New York City councilors asked their communities how to spend $1 million of their capital budget. The process started in October with an invitation going out to everyone in the community, being asked to come and bring their ideas to neighborhood assemblies, at which they could say what improvements they wanted to see in their neighborhoods. So at the assemblies, communities chose representatives who did the research, developed budgets, and transformed those ideas into concrete proposals. Now, each proposal was put on a poster and displayed online, and then at neighborhood polling booths where community members came on voting day and voted for the 5 projects they most wanted to see in their neighborhood. You know, being part of this project, what's it been like for you?
It's a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
And well, for me as a senior, being able to be productive means a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 75 in May.
Wow, you don't look it.
And so this is wonderful for me. I want to stay in the fight. And plus I have an activist spirit anyway. Building up their community, they even said, I don't know why they're taking away community service. Okay, we're not getting paid, but we can volunteer. You know, the youth are really enthusiastic about being positive in the community. They got such a bad rap.
Out of the 7 neighborhood assemblies that we did in my district, 1 was young people. We had 150 young people participate. And then we had 1 for seniors. But, you know, some of them kept engaged through some of the work in the committees, the budget delegates, but it's a new process. As we said, it's the first year, and I think that once young people see, you know, one of their projects voted on and maybe funding and it's implemented, it'll encourage them to continue to be engaged. And I think
youth have been engaged in these participatory budgeting projects around the world. In England, youth use the opportunity of the budgeting process to give back to the seniors in their community.
They had 100 young people from 10 different schools, and at the end of the process they gave them £150,000 in various different, if you like, ideas that they could spend the money upon, which had been developed by the youth mayor of the previous year. And their biggest purchase was £60,000 to buy computers. No surprise there, to be put in community centres, but the difference was it was for the old people in their community to learn how to get online, with young people acting as mentors to help them do that process.
And in Chicago, the youth that were engaged in the participatory budgeting project have developed skills that they will take with them for the rest of their lives.
And what the youth are feeling in our community is kind of a sense that they're being included for the first time. We're hoping that that will kind of continue when they leave, when they grow up and they move on, as they move into other communities, they will take with them that expectation of 1, being heard, 2, being respected when they have something to say, and 3, quite frankly, when they say something and it doesn't work out exactly the way that they want, they at least feel like, hey, they were supposed to have been heard in the first place.
And we are going to be expanding, with Josh's help, participatory budgeting in Chicago. We're going to get a few, we call them wards in Chicago, a few more wards involved.
How did the vote turn out in New York? Here are the results announced by Councilor Melissa Mark-Viverito of Manhattan and the Bronx.
we're going to do the projects that